friend. Today we're going to talk about the circle of fifths and how to start seeing patterns. What does this mean? What's the circle of fifths? Well, that's a great question. Circle of fifths I kind of view as a calculator or something that takes away some of the burden of having to remember things. If you physically write this thingy out, you will visualize it in your head. There's only a rare few in this planet, on this world, that after writing something down over and over and over again, that you just don't memorize it. It becomes a pattern we see as inside of our head, that we form the shape of seeing the circle, and then we see the first letter we always write, C major. You could go this way or that way with your circle of fifths. I prefer to just do it like this. Fifths are going to go this way, which means we're going to make everything sharp, and these are augmented. Whenever we flatten anything by half, it's a diminished. And then when we diminish something, as you know, all you music buffs out there, sharp and flat. Well, through the circle of fifths, it shows us what those notes are going 5 notes away. So C, D, E, F, G. Nothing wrong with using your fingers in the beginning. You eventually just will know C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, C sharp. When I say that, I know what that means, but what does that mean to us? C major has no sharps and flats. When we go to G, that means that when we view the key signature, we will have one sharp. That sharp is the note F. It is the note right before our resolution, because every scale in the Western ear has 7 notes, or 12. Scales are just groupings, so you could have pentatonic scales, you could have octatonic scales, you could have multitudes of scales that have many different notes. The ones we're talking about are diatonic scales, because that's the easiest way to see 7 groupings of notes when put together and formed as harmonies, or what we would call tertiarily. If we have a note, skip a note, another note, skip a note, and a note, when we stack these 3 notes have a major third in the prime or a minor third stacking. Well, when we flatten a note, these 2 just flip-flop. So you have the minor third on the bottom and then the major third on top. So when we see these 2 combinations, if we take the 5th and flatten it right here, we get something called the diminished, lowercase, the diminished, and that diminished has minor third stackings. And then our last one would be an augmented, which is kind of what we're talking about today. Has these notes and has a major third plus a major third. Now, what does that mean to us, folks that just, want to play some music? There are no augmented notes put here. You just have to know the concept of sharpening this 5th note would give us, in this case, C augmented, C, E, G sharp. Ta-da! So when going through the process of seeing how chord creation is done, we go slow. No sharps, 1 sharp, 2 sharp, 3 sharps, 4 sharps, 5 sharps, 6 sharps, 7 sharps, and then if want, we can do the flats on the other side. How do we go 4 notes away? Same way we went 5. C, D, E, F. When we go to F here, we're relying on the fact that we know that we already have an F sharp. To get down to brass tacks, when we take these notes and we actually hear the distance between a C and then just sharpening by a step, C to C sharp gives us a minor second. Hypothetically, you could count out all these minor seconds and get a grouping of minor second, minor second, minor second, minor second, minor second. When you do this over and over again, you get something like those notes we mentioned. This note to this note is a perfect 5th. A perfect 5th is a combination of minor seconds. And I know it seems crazy, but when you have 7 of these bad boys, or crazy ladies, they turn into these notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah, that's what a perfect 5th looks like as far as knowing C to C sharp, C sharp to D. So, minor second, minor second, minor second, minor second, minor second, minor second. Cha-cha! When we go up, we have our C, D, E, F sharp, G. You betcha. So when we play our G up here, it's a 5th away. C major, G major on a ukulele, they share 2 things in common. They're in a lot of the same key signatures as each other. That's what I use the circle of fifths for, to know if I'm playing a G major, C major and D major as their family chords sound really good. These would be the 3 majors. These next 3 would be the 3 minors, and then we'd have a diminish. Hence, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and then F sharp. I also use the circle of fifths to show how to get to the relative minor. Sometimes you find people like to write the relative minor on the inside of the circle. I think that clutters up the circle. Plus, I visualize it in one way, so that's just me. You do it your own way. What we're going to talk about today is basically how to use the circle fifths to start seeing patterns. If you're playing with somebody and they are playing on a guitar like a G major, like a bad boy, it looks like our C major, but it goes like this. If you're playing the baritone, you know exactly what I mean. By going through the process of hearing what a G major and a D major sound like together, and then a C major, you'll probably pick out between these three chords, you can play a million tunes. Most likely, if it's going to have a chord that's not a happy chord in the key of G, that chord will be its relative minor. It's very close to the G major. In fact, on the ukulele, almost all these major chords are one note away. A major, F sharp minor. D major, B minor 7. C major, A minor 7. F major, when we play a F major and then we go to its relative minor, D minor, we just put a finger down. D minor. Super simple on the ukulele. And if any of these things didn't make sense, check out this channel. It has every single chord for the ukulele and many other stringed instruments, and I love taking questions. So the idea is when we're getting here and we're writing with all these different notes, we know that the spaces between these notes have to be specific. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to give us a flat 5. 5 of these is going to give us a perfect fourth, which is actually what we want here. So we can either think of this as being 7 minor seconds, and this as being 5 minor seconds. It still is going to go around the circle and give us B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, ipso facto, is C sharp. Our G flat is F sharp, and our C flat is B flat. I generally wouldn't write in the key of G sharp because it'd be weird to go G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F double sharp. You can have double sharps and no triples. Double sharps and double flats all day long. They're mostly reserved for minor chords and writing, and the reason being is when you change a chord, you must have enharmonically spelled the 7 notes that we aforementioned the correct way. So, seeing patterns. If we were to take just these chords, let's see if this marker works, and we go to the key of F major. F major would have a 1 chord, it would have a 4 chord, 5 chord, it would have a 2 chord, a 6 chord, a 3 chord, and then it would have its diminished 7th. When we use these, we look for them inside of patterns, and one of the best patterns that I could recommend would be something called the major or the minor harmonic progression. Having said this, I'm going to erase this so it doesn't get too confusing. And this is the pattern you're going to want to look for in most of your music. You're going to have a third with an optional 7 right here. This is our flat 7, super optional. I'll explain that in a minute. Third is generally going to go to a 6 chord. Our 6 chord is generally going to go to like a 2 chord. We could also do a 4 chord here. They're very much interchangeable. We would then go to a 5 chord generally. Again, the 5 dominant sounds a lot like the diminished, so this is somewhat interchangeable. Our next chord would want to go to the 1 chord. It's the resolution. Now, all of these can do different things. Like, you don't have to go from the 3 to the 6. You could skip the 3 and go anywhere, really. Most of the times, you're going to have certain things that follow certain things. So, having this known, you can skip the 5 from the 2 and the 4 and go right to the 1 and start this whole process again. In fact, you could go from the 5 or the dominant here over to that 6. That's called a deceptive cadence. You never really want to go to the 6 directly over to the 5, but you can. A lot of these have different ways. You can move these too by skipping the 6, but that should be obvious there. Anyway, that's a great way to look at this concept about how to use the major harmonic progression. So let's just take this. In the key of F, let's play a 3 chord. The 3 chord in the key of F with F major, G minor, A minor, B flat major, C major, D minor, E diminished, F. So the 3 chord, we're going to play in A minor. Much better, sorry. A minor, which which is the 6th chord, to the D minor. And how about the 4 chord? The 4 chord is the B flat. And then to the 1. Let's try it again. A minor, D minor, B flat major, to the F major. Now this progression, I'm not really digging on that B flat. So let's keep the A minor, the D minor, and let's replace that B flat with the minor second, the G minor. Ooh, much better. Now, believe it or not, G minor is the relative major of B flat. Now, does it matter that I played one or the other? Nah, guess not. They use the same notes and chords. However, now the tonality or sonority means the quality of this chord has like a more of a mysterious nature to it. And I really dig the idea of having 3 minors and then a clear resolution to the F. If want, you could just omit that 2 and 4 together, maybe try the 5 chord, the C. That would probably be a good way to play or write a song or hear a song and hearing minor progression, minor, minor, major. And then eventually keep that same thing but change that 3rd chord to a C. It's a little bit more vibrance, doesn't it? Do it as a sus and resolve to the 1. Most things that we do could use that. I always try to tell my students, alter these. If you don't want to play minor, minor back to back, maybe see what it sounds like to take a chord from another key. Here's the last thing I'm going to leave you with. When we stay within our family of chords, we are doing something called staying in the diatonic 7, meaning the dyads, or the 2 notes that make up those triads aforementioned, have a 1 and a 3, and then a 3 and a 5. Well, this is a major harmony, and that's a minor harmony. What would it sound like to play an A minor and a D major to a G minor to an F major? It alters it just a little bit, but D major and D minor aren't too terribly far apart. That flattening of the median might give you a D major or a D minor depending on how close it is to your key structure. However, the further away you go from your tonic, that's when things start to get weird. If we were to again throw in like an F sharp minor, do the F major, so we have A minor, D minor, F sharp minor, that's when things start to get weird. Now, not that that's wrong per se, it's just musically, it's not what our ear wants to hear. Therefore, when you change those sounds, you get something weird, awesome, crazy, special, and then you get to manipulate it and play with music by knowing the rules and then breaking them. This is about seeing patterns within the circle of fifths, being able to use something called a major harmonic progression, and going through the process of writing music yourself. Aloha!